with Ideal House Services. I wanted to do a review today of the Sony XPERIA Z3v. I've had this phone since October 28, 2014. Prior to this phone, I had the Samsung Galaxy S5. Both phones are waterproof, and both phones have the same processor, the quad-core Snapdragon 801. The Sony has some features that the Galaxy S5 did not have. Like, for example, I had the 16 gigabyte internal storage on the Galaxy, and on the Sony, it came with 32 gig internal gigabyte storage. Another feature of the Sony is it has expandability memory card slot of 128 gig capability. I personally just put in a 32. That was plenty for my needs at this time. The screen is not quite as good of a display on the Sony. It is good, but it's not quite as good as the Samsung S5. The Super AMOLED display is very, very crystal clear. It's very hard to beat. The Sony uses a technology that they refer to as triluminous. One of the things I really like about the Sony is the front-facing speakers. The sound quality on the Sony is very good. I don't like where the buttons are located on the Sony. Like, this is the volume rocker here and the on and off button. This is where the micro SD card goes right there. These little port covers are what makes the phone waterproof. This phone supposedly is waterproof to 10 feet deep for an hour. This is where the SIM card goes. You pop off this cover. That's where it uses a small micro SIM card. And then here is where you plug in your charging cable. On the Samsung, the charging cable port was located here, and that was the only cover required for waterproof. Here you have 3 port covers that are required to be closed to make it waterproof. This is your on and off button and your screen refresh. As you can see, the screen's pretty good. I can pull up a picture here. Tap the screen. Let's see. There's a pretty girl. So the screen's pretty good. One of the things that I ran into with the Sony was I could not find the case that I would prefer to have. Could not find the screen protector that I would prefer to have. I'm a big fan of the ZAG invisible glass with the nano coating. And this is a tempered glass screen protector that's on here, but it doesn't have nano coating. It absorbs fingerprints really easy. You can see. And then it's quite difficult to get off. Rub it quite a bit to get them off. That's a real pain, trying to keep your screen clean. It has a dedicated camera button here, and that enables you to take pictures underwater, because as most people know, the touch screens are not usable underwater. The back of the phone is also glass. If you set your phone down on, say, like, it will easily fall off, and I think that's one of the reasons I've already cracked the screen protector on the phone. This phone has an aluminum body. It's quite rigid and strong. It is actually feels kind of heavy in the hand. To be quite honest, I really miss my Samsung Galaxy 5. That's the best phone that I have ever used, and I've used this is my 9th phone here. I started out with Samsung Dart, which was a 3G phone. And then I moved up to the Galaxy Exhibit 4G phone. Then I went to the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. And then I got a HTC Evo Design, which I really enjoyed. That was a nice phone. That phone got stolen. And then I got a LG Mach. It had the slide-out keyboard, and the keyboard was lit, but the one's not waterproof. It got destroyed by getting cold, and I got a Samsung Galaxy S3 for a short period of time, which I sold when I got the Galaxy S5. The S5 was with Boost. Well, the only reason I got rid of the S5 was because I wanted to move over to Verizon and try their service. Honestly, I think the customer service at Verizon is terrible. coverage might be good, but the customer service is really bad. The prices are really high for their data. Currently with T-Mobile, today I'm selling this phone. I'm going to purchase the XPERIA Hydro Live. It's a much smaller phone than this. Well, this phone here is 5.2 inches according to the specs. I guess corner to corner is what they measure. I'm not really sure, but XPERIA has a 4.5 inch screen. It's also waterproof. At this point in time, my top priority with having a phone is to make sure it's waterproof. I'm getting my third waterproof smartphone today and selling this phone. This has a 20 megapixel camera, which I think is great, but honestly, I really don't think, unless you're a professional photographer, I don't think you're going to notice a difference between 16 megapixel camera that's on the Galaxy S5 and this 20 megapixel camera. The Galaxy S5 has, in my opinion, a much nicer back to it. This is super slick. The other thing about this phone is it's rectangular. It doesn't really fit in your hand. It's awkward. If it had curved corners like the S5, it would be a much more comfortable phone to use, and if the buttons were in the right place. Right here, the volume rocker needs to be up here with the on and off button. The button locations on this phone are very, very awkward. That's my review of the Sony XPERIA Z3.